So in honor of the NBA starting back up with their 22 teams and half of them being scrubs and the Lakers.
Oladipo's out.
Oladipo decided to sit out.
Can't you guys tell I'm so excited?
You're pumped.
We get to finally talk about sports, even though it's not sports. It's
Yes.
like the team names. I'm still very excited.
The
I'm sorry to hold you guys back.
So we are going to actually take the NBA West teams and we're going to rank them based on their team names and mascots from most scariest to least scariest. So we actually have 5 categories here. From the top, it'll be, that be scary as hell. Down from that is pretty scary. In the middle, we have, I get it, but I'm okay. Near the bottom, we have, that's not scary. And at the very bottom, it's adorable.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a stacked bottom.
Stacked bottom. So we're going to start with the most popular franchise in the NBA, minus the Celtics maybe, but let's start with the Lakers. So, Nathan, you want to lead us off today?
Yeah, I think this is one of the worst team names in the entire, not only NBA, but like in sports. A little history for this team. They used to be known as the Minneapolis or the Minnesota Lakers.
I believe it was the Minneapolis. Yeah.
Lakers, which makes sense because there's like 10,000 lakes up there.
Thousands of them up there.
Yeah, but then they decided, let's move to LA, a larger market, and just keep the name,
So
because LA's known for their lakes.
So they should
totally.
be the LA Ocean.
You're right, exactly.
They really should be.
Or the LA beaches.
LA beaches would be great.
Even though I hate this name, if we are talking about scary things,
Yeah.
if you don't know how to swim,
That's terrifying. Or
wrong.
have you actually seen? I mean, you were just on those lakes that are actually like the size of small, huge body of waters. Like you can't see below you. There are fish.
Yeah.
that are probably just going to swallow you whole.
Yeah. I mean, the lake I was on is a fairly small lake. It's Wawasee up in the north. But it's 50 feet deep, enough to rupture your eardrum.
Yeah,
like
as
I
you
did.
figured that one out. So I mean, but I'm with you. If you can't swim and there's no life vest, I don't think they have tidal waves or riptides in the lakes. But
That's not how that works.
I don't think so. Yeah, I didn't think that worked. But I would still say if you can't swim, it's frightening as could be. But for a normal adult that could probably swim, would you? Where would you say maybe in the middle somewhere or down lower?
down lower,
I would say either that's not scary, or if we're taking into account the people who can't swim, I get it, but I'm okay.
What's the yellow one? I get it, but I'm okay.
That's the middle.
That's the middle.
Yeah. Like, I get it for
We'll
people
put it
that
there
can't
for
swim.
now.
I'm okay. We
Yeah.
can move it down at all. I don't think we've ever moved anything from once we said it, but we always
Wait,
can, guys.
What's the
true.
yellow?
The yellow one is, that's not scary.
Oh, then that's not scary. That's what I put. What's at the bottom?
Bottom is, it's adorable.
We really should.
He wrote them down.
Okay, yellow.
Yellow? And
Yes,
you're
I'm
saying
not
I get
by
it?
color.
Yeah.
I'm going to go I get it for
Okay.
right now. We
All
can,
right.
Like I said, if we're taking into account the people who can't swim,
right.
Yeah.
so we don't alienate some listeners here.
Absolutely. If there's anyone out there that can't swim, just, figure it out. That's all I have.
Reach
Just figure it out.
We can teach you.
We can. Get a life vest. That's also an option. Next is, personal favorite of mine here, but let's go with the Phoenix Suns.
That's real low on my list, man.
Really?
What? It's the fucking sun.
It is the sun. It is a supernova ball of gas.
But it's the sun.
Imagine if you put the sun in a battle.
The sun would swallow everything whole.
Everything
and
would be
burn it,
dead.
Burn
Everything
it
would be
within
gone.
a million miles
I don't
away
find
or
the
whatever
sun
the hell.
scary.
From
unless
here
I'm
you
a
don't.
vampire.
From here you don't, but if you bring
Charlie,
the sun
no,
here...
hold on. I got him on this one.
Okay.
Charlie, you said this weekend when you went to the lake, you put on SPF what? 1,000? Why? Because you were scared of the sun to not get
I'm
sunburned.
not scared of the sun. I'm just super white.
And so you're afraid of the sunburn. But imagine if the sun were here, we would all be dead in a millisecond.
See, I didn't know we were taking into account the fact that it's sitting right next to us. If I'm looking at
why
the sun
not?
in the sky.
Well, yeah, we have to get creative because these names suck. Okay, we have to get creative. So, but imagine if someone brought a sun to a battle, everyone would be dead immediately.
I mean,
It's a star, man.
that's a fireball, not a sun.
Which is a sun,
Well,
right? It's
you
a
know.
fireball. Do you remember the sun from Mario 3?
With the scary face?
Yes.
Oh,
Frightening.
it chases you, man.
I know. Honestly, to me, this
You know
is-
what? If it's that sun, I'm rigging that up.
I'm going scary as hell.
It's at the top for me.
I would say that's pretty scary.
That's pretty scary. Okay.
If we're taking into account Mario's son or the Teletubbies' son,
Good God. I don't think I've ever seen a single second of that show. Sorry. So next one we have here is the Portland Trailblazers. I have nothing, but Nathan apparently wants to go off on this one.
No, I think it's actually pretty scary, terrifying. I mean, Trailblazers.
Give me your
are
definition of what a
revolutionary. They're trailblazers. They're people. If we're talking about individuals, people in their field that are paving the way. They're unstoppable.
I wouldn't call it terrifying.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say they're scary.
Awe-inspiring.
Awe-inspiring.
Right,
That's
okay.
still something.
That is something.
You can
Right,
be
but it's not scary.
Albert Einstein wasn't terrifying.
His ability is terrifying.
What he could do.
What he
He
could
used
have
his
done,
ability
yeah.
for
okay.
evil.
That's what I'm saying. Their possibilities are endless.
It's a valid point.
I will raise it up slightly because of the potential for evil doing.
I imagine all of these people working for like 007 villains right now against their will to
Right.
be killed at the end once they've completed their project.
Absolutely.
Before they get their money.
Fun
So,
fact, though.
yeah.
So they had a contest, a local contest to name the team, and the winner by a large margin was the Portland Pioneers. But a local college already had that team name, so they renamed it to the Trailblazers. So Pioneers.
Was the Trailblazers the runner-up to that?
I don't know. I mean, there's kind of similar.
It's a synonym. Like
But-
a synonym, yeah.
You know,
The Oregon Trail.
if it,
Right,
if
you
it
know,
was Pioneers, I'd kind of put it maybe a little bit lower, but it's Trailblazers.
So we're at the bottom ish.
Yeah, I'm going, that's not scary, at least.
I'm gonna
That's
go
not
that's
scary.
scary.
That's not
Okay.
scary. It's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Next here we have the Denver Nuggets.
Not at all.
This is
not at all
adorable.
for this guy.
It's gold. Gold is wonderful.
Yeah,
You could buy a lot of scary things with gold.
You can buy a lot of scary things with gold.
but the gold itself, not scary.
Fair.
I would say
Yeah.
I have nothing here
If you
except
had I mean, you could use it as a
As a blunt object.
there's
blunt
nothing here.
object.
The only thing
But
that
But how much gold are you finding that's large enough? You know, when you're
And it
mining
is a
for
nugget.
gold,
A nugget
it's,
is
I know.
it's like
what, a
small.
quarter size?
And all I imagine when I think about this is the Scrooge McDuck diving vault that he just
Right.
swims in his
That
gold
sounds
coin.
pleasant.
That's not
This is
scary.
great.
That
This
sounds
is-
awesome.
It's adorable.
Pleasant if it worked the way it works for Scrooge McDuck.
Right.
In real life,
He would just
you're
land
not
right on
going through
top.
that thing.
He would just land on top and break bones.
So I would say that's adorable.
I went adorable.
That's adorable.
Okay, it's adorable. Next one we have here, a little bit of debate. Oklahoma City Thunder.
You know, I'm going at least middle of the list, if not higher, because some people are terrified of thunder and storms that go along with thunder.
They do go along, but I do want to say, should we just classify it as the thunder itself, just the noise, loud booming, or the encompassing of the whole storm?
I would.
It's the booming.
It's the booming.
Okay.
Because to me, thunder I actually find quite comforting,
Okay.
but lightning,
Lightning's
don't
terrifying.
like that. That's scary.
Like the sound of a storm is great to fall asleep to.
I'm going to go...
But that's for people who like it, you know?
Yeah.
There's some people who, I mean, when I was a kid, I was scared of thunderstorms.
Sure.
Well, as
So-
we just had fireworks this past week, and I will equate fireworks to thunder, just loud booms in the sky. I watched kids under 5, and pets kind of get terrified of that.
My family's dog is terrified
Absolutely.
of fireworks.
So I get it, but I'm okay.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah?
okay.
Are we okay with that?
Yeah, I'd say I get it, but I'm okay.
Okay, fair enough. The Houston Rockets,
You know, that one's up on the list for me.
up on my list.
Rockets are terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't know how they work.
I don't know either. And in Diddy Kong Racing, instead of using turtle shells, they used rockets. And then the more red balloons you got, the more powerful rocket you got. The one that follow you, like a red shell, things of that nature. And that could ruin your race.
No, absolutely.
So I imagine rockets more of like a missile.
Thanks for equating that to something I know.
You're welcome.
Also, I think this is probably one of the best city to team names.
Oh,
in the
absolutely.
league. Houston, we got a problem. It's Rocket.
It's right there.
Perfect.
It's right there. I think of a rocket. I think of like missiles and
Right.
things of that
Yeah.
nature, which could just wipe out the whole nation if we wanted to. So
That's
to me, scary as hell.
Scary as
Yeah,
hell.
absolutely.
Rockets are terrifying.
Yeah.
Absolutely frightening. I am excited for this one because I feel like Nathan has really amped up what's going to happen here. But let's talk about the Sacramento Kings.
Listen, from the start of this podcast, I've been promised by Rob that we could talk a little Kansas City sports. I don't think he meant that promise. I think it was a false promise. However,
It was just to get you aboard.
this
You
is
signed
the
contract
first
now,
time
so-
that we've gotten to talk about a loose Kansas City team, and they left us. They thought, hey, Kansas City's not a big enough market. Let's go to fucking Sacramento. Anyway, you want to know how they got their team name, the Kings?
Enlighten
Because
me.
it was the Kansas City Kings. Do you know why?
I have zero.
They
likeness.
used to be the Cincinnati Royals. And then they moved to Kansas City and thought, oh, shit. Some other team here has that name. Let's, I don't know, go with Kings because it sounds good with Kansas City. Stupid.
So it's alliteration, and that's the only reason.
Only reason.
So you're putting the Kings low on your list, I'm thinking.
I don't even want them on my list.
Oh, God.
Actually, no, I actually quite enjoy the team. I just,
Yeah.
come on.
So here's Kings can be good or bad. And for this instance itself, I'm gonna think of the Kings that were more tyranny and just really like. Let's just go with Joffrey Baratheon here. Like, just killed whoever.
Right.
He was the king.
You're really
King's
getting Charlie's.
I'm
I
trying.
know. He's
I'm
trying to include
him
in
here.
something that I don't care about.
As
and
we've
I
said
love
many
it.
times, Charlie has zero care about sports. So every time I can reference something to bring him in, it brings a twinkle to his
Yeah.
eye, warms my heart.
I will say, based solely off of scariness, Kings have a lot of power, so I think they would be somewhat high.
Yeah.
To
Oh,
me,
absolutely.
to me,
I would
go-
at least put them at that's pretty scary.
That's where I was going to put them because
That's
they can
pretty
be good to the people.
That's
but
true.
there's-
no,
it's-
absolutely.
It's like
There are good kings.
right. It's like a parent where they can be really, really nice to you, but if you piss them off, oof.
Yeah.
So I get it. Next one is the LA Clippers.
See, when I hear the Clippers, I think of getting a haircut.
Do you know what it is?
What they're referencing with the team name?
Yes.
No. I don't.
Okay. Did you look it up?
It's a boat, isn't
It's
it?
a giant.
Okay.
It's like a giant naval ship, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's like
I
a
don't
giant
know.
naval ship.
I just know
Warship?
it's a boat.
What's that?
Warship?
I don't know. I'd have
okay.
to look that one up. But it's a boat.
Their old logo was like kind of a sailboat, if I remember correctly.
yeah.
That's not scary.
It's a boat.
That's
It's
adorable.
just a boat. That's all I know.
Jaws took down a boat.
Just
They should have got a bigger boat.
They should have gotten 2 Clippers.
They should have. I think it's adorable because I like to be on a boat.
Boats are fun.
Who
Boats
doesn't
are
like
fun.
a boat?
I like how we could drown in a lake, but we're fine being on a boat.
We're floating above the lake that time.
It's adorable. We'll stick with boats right now. Let's go with the Pelicans.
Slow on my list.
You could just their giant gulping neck things are frightening.
But they don't scare me. I've never seen a pelican in real life, I think.
That's another one of those birds I'm afraid could take my child in one gulp. Ray could just fit perfectly right in there.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
See, but I feel like he would have fun.
He would for a little bit. He'd be like, "Oh, this is great," and he'd chuckle a little bit. So this wouldn't be bad.
Ooh, it's a nice new bassinet.
This is a quote from the owner of the Pelicans on why the team name is such. Our region has been hit hard in recent years, and the one thing that stands out is the resiliency and determination to come back, to fight and overcome. The Pelican symbolizes that.
So the pelican is the cockroach of the bird world.
Is what you're saying.
That's what I'm not saying that. He said that.
Oh, okay. They also, I know this has nothing to do with the Pelicans themselves. They have the worst arena name in the entire NBA.
What is it, Smoothie King?
Smoothie King.
Oh, no.
Smoothie King Arena.
I'm not getting pumped to go to Smoothie King
No,
Arena.
no.
Well, see, I was going to put adorable, but honestly, I really enjoy that quote. And I think
Yeah, I would bring it
says
up
a
to
lot.
at least that's not scary.
That's not
I
scary.
was about to say, I would enjoy seeing a pelican. I wouldn't get close to one, but I'm not afraid it's going to actually murder me or do
Right.
anything crazy. So
Exactly.
I'm okay with that. That's not scary. Let's go to a more frightening animal. The Memphis Grizzlies.
That's top of my list.
That was third on my list.
Yeah, I don't think I need to say more. It's
a
definitely
it's a bear.
It's top. you
Right,
know.
Yeah. So
It's not as scary as the Sun or the Rockets, though. I will say.
No, I would put them. I still want to put it scary as hell,
Yeah.
based on
Yeah.
that we have, but it's
Sure.
not a sun or rocket.
Right.
Like it's not a bear is not taking out a whole nation.
Exactly.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, so that's next one, a little bit of debate here, I think, but let's go with the Golden State Warriors.
You know, I think it's very similar to the Kings issue where you can have a good warrior, like that somebody's on your side.
This is plural.
Right.
Warriors.
You could have good warriors who
man.
are on your side, or you could have warriors that are trying to kill you.
Oh, man.
So I think it's a little bit of the same vein as kings, but I think warriors is more scary.
And when I hear warriors, I think of fighters and soldiers from way back in the day, as opposed to now, which are
Like with spears.
yes,
and stuff.
yeah, which were way better trained than what we could fight today.
You don't think gang members in red jackets trying to get home to Coney Island?
No, I don't think that.
I mean, I don't like the Warriors. I'll say that.
Well, no one likes
As a
the
team
Warriors.
or
Yeah,
in the
no,
name?
As
yeah.
a team, they're too
They're awful.
good.
Yeah, they're annoying.
Yeah.
So I would see them as enemies, based off of that. But I will say I do agree with Rob. When I think of a warrior, I
Right.
think of maybe the
Like a
Spartans.
Zulu warrior,
Yeah,
maybe.
exactly. So I'm gonna go terrifying.
Yeah.
But also I think if I was given said spear as well, I don't think I'd win, but I think I would do okay.
Maybe hold your own.
Yeah.
Like there'd be a small 4 seconds
But
where
like
you think
if
you
you
got
give
this.
me, if you give me, if you
It's
give
like
me
if
a
you
spear-
wrestled a professional sumo wrestler, you could hold him for 2 seconds before he throws you
Maybe.
out of the thing.
I'm just saying, if I had a spear against a rocket or the sun,
Right.
I don't think I'd do very
So
well.
let's put it with the Kings. That is pretty scary.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty scary work for me.
Okay. And then from Warriors to something a little more smooth, let's go to the Jazz.
Bottom of the list. Bottom of the list.
So the story of the Utah Jazz, because Utah and Jazz are not really synonymous.
Nope.
The Jazz originally started in New Orleans, which
Right.
makes way more sense.
Absolutely.
And then the franchise eventually moved to Utah.
They should have changed their name.
They should have to what?
I don't know what Utah's
Utah
known for.
slopes.
Utah.
It's not scary,
The
but
Utah Mormons. There you go.
Not scary.
what else is Utah known for?
I know, I'm trying to
They
think.
got mountains and they got Mormons.
They do.
Our fans from Utah are probably going to hate that.
But
Why
that's
are they
what's
Mormon?
there.
That's true.
The Utah Salt Lake Cities. I have nothing. I don't know.
The Utah
They're-
Salt Flats.
They're adorable. We're gonna put them right at the bottom there.
Yep.
Let's go with the San Antonio Spurs.
That's scary.
It's not scary, but I think based on the other things on the list, it made it up to the middle because it wasn't.
It can be used as a weapon.
I mean,
can.
throwing it back to the first topic of the episode, if there was a human-sized spur, that would be pretty scary. Like just a giant spinning,
Right. Well, yeah.
spiked.
When did we
but-
get a human-sized spur?
I'm just saying, like then it would be
Where
scary.
did this come from?
A normal-sized spur
True.
is not scary.
Right. I mean,
No.
I would probably put it that's not scary.
I'm gonna say there because it's not scary, but can be used to kill you. If
right.
you
It
wanna-
can be deadly.
John Wick could kill somebody.
Well, John Wick.
John Wick could kill anybody with anything.
John Wick is killing you with a gold nugget. All right, like I don't know why he kills you with jazz. I don't know how, but he's going to kill you with jazz.
I don't know how that's possible, but he does
He did it. He did it. Next are the Dallas Mavericks.
From my knowledge, a maverick is a horse.
Correct.
Correct.
And I'm not scared of horses. Some people are because they're big and they can
are
kill
large.
you.
They have a
with
lot
kick.
of potential.
Have you seen that kick?
Yeah.
It's like the kangaroo, but backside.
Here's a video game reference for Charlie. One of my favorite moments in Red Dead Redemption 2
absolutely.
is when you're just riding your horse and then like someone's like, cleaning their horse's horseshoes. And you go over and look at them, and then that person gets up, and then their horse just kicks them in the head,
And to
they're
death.
dead,
To death. Oh,
just
yeah.
like a random person you pass on the road.
It's great.
just dead.
It's great.
Oh my gosh!
yeah,
Is that based on real life?
I would assume so.
I
Well, no,
assume-
not the
I mean,
game itself, but like someone
horse,
getting
yeah,
kicked
yeah,
in the
yeah.
head with
The
a
kick
horse.
of a horse could
Yeah.
easily kill somebody.
And they're so powerful that they name like the power of a vehicle is based off of horsepower.
That's
So I
true.
mean that's really intense as well.
That being said, I find
So I
horses
would-
adorable.
They are adorable.
So I would say I get it, but I'm okay.
I'm going with that one as well.
They're adorable.
You're going that far with something that could kill you?
But it could kill you. They warn you.
We
Like,
put a spur above that's adorable.
I'm gonna go with Charlie on this one. I get it, but I'm okay.
Whatever.
All right. So last but not least, the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Top of my list. I mean, it's not
Really?
It's not top. It's
Oh,
number 2
okay.
for me. But
Okay.
Wolves are scary, man.
Wolves are frightening. Yeah.
Wolves, I think, are one of the most underrated deadly animals.
Pack hunters, man.
yeah, especially
Yeah.
because they're pack hunter. Exactly.
Oh man.
So
They're like-
and the name is plural, Timberwolves.
Yeah.
So we're dealing with multiples here. That makes it even scarier.
They're
We
like
didn't even take into,
Raptors, but with
into account the
hair.
fact that Grizzlies was plural as well.
Oh, was it?
Oh my gosh, multiple Grizzlies.
Yeah.
They never pack hunt.
No,
Oh
they
my
don't,
gosh.
but now they are.
now they
apparently.
are.
This-
Oh boy.
This is a 70s B movie that's getting made right now. Grizzlies just attacking everything.
There we go.
Oh man.